Bob, for a long time, it seemed like it was Lafreniere and Byfield 1-2. Lafreniere separated himself there, but Byfield was kind of going to be the number two guy. In your list, Tim Stutzle made a push up into number two. What was it about his game that the scouts liked so much that allowed him to leapfrog Byfield?
Well, he's just so dynamic. He's such a good skater. He's one of the very best skaters in the draft. I think Central Scouting ranks everybody on every asset out of 10. And Stutzle's skating was 10 out of 10. That's how good he is. And he's got a real wow factor to the way that he skates. And also, an elite level of creativity and hockey sense, playmaking ability. And so he's, and again, I should point out here, and this is not damning Quinton Byfield with faint praise. I mean, he's a 6'4", 215-pound 18-year-old kid, one of the younger kids in this entire draft, where his birth date falls, and he's put up some spectacular numbers. And of the 10 scouts I talked to, 5 had Stutzle at number 2, and 5 had Byfield at number 2. The difference is a couple of all the other. So the 5 scouts who had Stutzle at 2, the other 5 scouts had Stutzle at number 3. So he was no lower than number 3 on anybody's list. And in the case of Byfield, a couple of guys had Byfield at number 6 on their list. So there was just a little more variance, but razor thin difference between the two. And so, for me, it's a big 3 at the top of the draft. And I think both Stutzle and Byfield, because of the physical tools they have, Stutzle with his skating and Byfield with his size and hands, both of them have a chance to impact the National Hockey League at the same level as Lafreniere, if not go by him at some point. But because Lafreniere is a little more of a finished product right now. None of them are finished products, but relative to each other, Lafreniere's had that extra year. And it makes a huge difference. And we saw that at the World Junior Championship last year in 2019 out west. Lafreniere was on the team, and he had a few moments, flashes where he looked pretty good, but in the grand scheme of things, he wasn't a regular. And he wasn't, dominating by any stretch. And that could have easily been his draft year, but it wasn't because he's, whatever it is, 5, 6, 7 weeks too late. And we saw Byfield at the World Juniors this year, and he fell down the pecking order and really was a fourth-line player that didn't play a lot by the end. And Lafreniere totally dominated the entire event once he came back from his injury. So that extra calendar year, being an 0-1 versus an 0-2, makes a big difference sometimes. So those are the big 3 at the top for me, and I think it's pretty clear Lafreniere is the number 1 guy, but Byfield and Stutzle have an opportunity to be enormous impact players in the National Hockey League.